People are used to seeing me with this background, so I was like, I'm sure it's fine. I don't really like all the fake background things. I feel weird in them.
Sarah, congratulations on 10 years at Point of Rental.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, you've been here long enough. We're not going to discuss your career prior to Point of Rental. So we'll just get straight into how did you hear about Point of Rental initially, although you technically started with Higher Concept. How did you hear about that, and what did you come here to do initially?
Yeah, so it was the usual route of a recruitment agent, and she contacted me and said, "Hey, there's this job," and I was only working part time. So at the time, I was self-employed, had a little marketing consultancy thing I was doing. So really, this was just supposed to be a bolster to keep, the financial scariness away. That's really all it was supposed to be.
All right, well, you did not succeed in keeping it just a little side thing. It has become a full thing, and now you've been here for a really long time. So, what are you doing now? And was this? It clearly wasn't always the goal, but it seems like it's worked out.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, when I first started, I was hired to revamp the website, which you mentioned earlier that we became part of Point of Rental. So Mark and I, this is Mark Goodrum, and I always have a running joke that literally I launched the website. I think it was 2 weeks before we got the announcement that we joined. And I remember having a conversation with Terry, and she was saying, "It's okay. I'm sure we can use a lot of the stuff that you've worked on. It's not a waste of time." So yeah, that was quite amusing. But yeah, what am I doing now? So at the moment, or for quite some time now, I've been looking after marketing for EMEA, which stands for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. I also have a direct report. So some of you may know Kayla in APAC. So I am aware of kind of what's going on there. And I'm part of the global marketing team. So do get involved in things like that. And I'm part of the UK leadership team. So involved in quite a lot of different things, but it's enjoyable. It means I get to work with lots of different people.
Awesome. Well, one of the things that I really like to highlight is that over the years, people grow, people change their opinions. What's something that you've changed your opinion on in the past 10 years?
So I would say it's the value of a team. I always thought I was a bit of a team player, but over the years, having worked in other companies, doing my own thing, got a bit disillusioned about that. But since being at Point of Rental, very much realised that the value is in multiple people coming together with all their different skills and all the values that they can add through that, and that how motivating it can actually be to be part of a team. So that really is something that has changed, I guess, over the years, and I've really, really come to see the value of.
Okay, maybe that ties into the next question a little bit, but maybe it doesn't. We'll find out here. What is your personal slash professional mission statement? What would sum up you and your goals in like a sentence or so?
Okay, I'm gonna have to read you it. I did write this. It's gonna sound like I've
Oh,
just
now
come
you
up
have
with
her.
it.
You have an actual one. You have something to actually present. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I do. So I've had this same one for a couple of years now. But yes, I promise I haven't just written it for this, but I am going to read it because otherwise I stumble over some of the words. So, I am committed to good health, self-development, exploration, adventure, enjoying life, and spending my time on meaningful work that improves other people's lives so they have more time for the important things to them. And I would say that a lot of those aspects were part of my life previously, but I just hadn't fully honed it. But ever since I've written it down, I found it really valuable. Sometimes, whenever you feel kind of a little bit lost or you feel like, am I still doing what I wanted to do? It's a really good reference point. And then the other thing I would just say about it for me and for anybody else who gets very into their work, it's great to remind you that there's like that whole personal life and you need to kind of value that just as much. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I can understand why you would need to read that. That was a lot of adjectives slash nouns, verbs. I don't know. You would think that I would know my parts of speech, but I'm not great at it. All right. Well, I'm glad you have a mission and you're able to focus on your mission and achieve it. Tell me about a time that made you proud to work at Point of Rental.
So it was our most recent Syrinx conference. There was a specific moment when I think I was stood on the side, when people are presenting, and I was just watching our customers, I was watching our employees, and I was just feeling so proud of us all coming together to achieve this. Because although technically kind of I own it, I organize it, there's so many people that are involved in that. I mean, it's upwards of nearly 50 people that are involved in all of that, and perhaps even more. And it's just incredible to me. We've been doing that. That's the third year now. And it's just amazing that we're able to do that for our customers, and that we can do something really incredible. And I look forward to the future ones.
Yeah, for sure. Marketing is really lucky to be in a position where it's like you get to experience those conferences and even trade shows where it's like we're working with the team and we're working with customers, and you can see everything kind of just coming together. All
It's
right.
incredible, I would say. And you're right, it's actually being able to see how much value the customer gets from it is so wonderful. And then I've actually had various employees come up to me and say how wonderful it is that they love to be involved in that, and they love how they feel being part of it, which is fantastic.
All right. Again, that kind of ties in with the next question. Hey, it's like I planned these out. Um, a thing that I enjoy seeing from everyone around Point of Rental is sharing gratitude. So, who would you like to thank for helping you get to where you are today, 10 years into your Point of Rental career?
Although there are lots of people that I'm sure have helped me, there is somebody that stands out hugely. I don't think you're going to be surprised by who I say, but it's Lauren Harris. Basically, I've almost reported in to her for the majority of the time I've been here at Point of Rental. And I would say that, without her support, without her leadership, without her generosity of her time, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And that's kind of crazy to kind of realize that you you can be um, have so much impact from one person. But yeah, so thank you, Lauren.
All right. Limiting it to one. Thank you for saving us time there. All right. You've been here 10 years. You're a wise learned pointer. If you could deliver one message to a new pointer and have it like be instantly, absorbed, received, and applied to their careers, what would it be?
I would say that change is a good thing. This may be controversial. However, I would say over the 10 years I've been here, I've seen an awful lot of change. And I'm not going to say that it's always been easy. However, I have found that the more I embrace it, the more that I adapt to it, and the more that I get excited about what this then means, the more that my colleagues are happier, I'm happier, and the organization moves forward. So that is one of those things I would definitely encourage new and old pointers, but definitely new ones.
Yeah, there's definitely something about training your brain to look for a certain thing. It's like if you look for bad things, you will find more bad things. If you look for good things, you will find more good things. So let's just focus on the good things.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing, if you look backwards, if you look forwards, if you're at the present time, there's always going to be positives and negatives. And, we're all growing, right? That human beings, that's
Hopefully.
life, all of that. So we are changing, whether we think that we are or not. So, yeah, the bigger changes, they can be a good thing, even if when it's happening, it's quite difficult. That's just how these things are. And we're in software. So things are always going to change.
That is true. All right, I'm going to try to nail the landing. I keep screwing it up with 10-year people, but thank you again for 10 years. Congratulations on making it the full decade again. And I will see you in another 5.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in another 5, Brian.